Pittsburgh Steelers have some real issues, Big Smitty.
I love the transition.
Pittsburgh Steelers have some real issues. George Pickens says he didn't want to get in an injury when talking about why he didn't block for longer on the play. I was just trying to prevent the Tank Dell situation. The same thing that happened to him, I ain't want an injury. I'd have cut his ass that day. I'd have cut him that day. Now, TJ Watt comes out yesterday and now has since deleted a tweet, but he said that these cats aren't practicing. We're not practicing at all. This is becoming a mockery, and we believe that we may have lost the locker room. And then it's been deleted. We were going to bring it up, and we couldn't find it. It was deleted today. So I saw it last night. I sent it to Bailey. Has Tomlin lost the locker room? And guys like TJ Watt, who are out there grinding, looking over and seeing the Deontay Johnson and the George Pickens, who I've told you are the biggest shitbirds, the receiver group, the receiving window. Weddle's told you. Everybody told you. These are the most biggest prima donna shitbird position of any football field team in a locker room, organization, roster. That's who it is. They're shitbirds. What is going on in Pittsburgh? And is Ben Roethlisberger right by saying that Tomlin's not creating the culture that the Pittsburgh Steelers once had?
I don't know. It's hard for me to say that, man. I've heard too many OGs and veterans who either played with or played against or whatever Tomlin for years, and like Tomlin has never had a culture issue when you think about maintaining what the Steelers culture and the steel curtain and taking it from who's the previous Bill Cowher taking away the reins from him and maintaining. He's always kind of kept the culture there. I think he has a few people, a few bad apples in the batch right now that needs to be let go. Deontay Johnson needs to be cut or traded. What's the guy we just threw up? The other receiver needs to be cut and traded. And and they need to figure out quarterback situation ASAP. They need to figure out a way to get a higher pick in this draft, whether that's trading Pickett and some other guys away. They got to do whatever they got to do to get higher in this next year draft and get a legit franchise quarterback moving forward. Obviously, there's no guarantees in the draft. You're always taking the risk, but obviously who you have now ain't working. So you need to go get somebody, Drake May, I don't know, fucking somebody to get this train rolling on the right tracks. They still got some veterans on that team. Obviously, TJ's a guy who's a guy who maintains the culture. You still got certain Cam Hayward. You still got certain guys in that locker room who are of the kind of that old mindset, that real Steelers type of grit and grind. And listen, we're seeing all this right now, and they're still right in the midst of having another above 500 season and potentially making the playoffs too, even with all the noise going on. So it's like, okay, finish out this season strong, man, if you can. But at the same time, man, understand that you're going to just stay average unless you make some big changes. And I think the receivers need to be let go. Pickens, Deontay Johnson, and they got to figure out some way to get a quarterback there. I don't know. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is going to be available next year. I don't know, but just figure out a way to get somebody in there that can get it back to that true winning. I would love to see Kirk Cousins at Pittsburgh. I think that would be an amazing fit, honestly.
First of all, Tomlin would be the worst possible fit in LA.
Yeah, it don't make sense, I don't think.
I don't agree with the Charger thing at all. People just throw names out there because, he's Tomlin, he'll take the job. He would be a horrible fit with a good franchise quarterback. That's not him. He needs a gritty, nutty-gutty Roethlisberger who will run you over and send up. He's not a guy to take over a finesse roster, and he's not an LA guy. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want anything to do with LA. He is a blue-collar, needs to be in that middle, upper northeast region. So he either leaves. I can easily see Mike Tomlin leaving and being done with football. Seriously. I could honestly see him leave and not coach again because I don't see him shopping jobs. I think he has too much integrity to just be the guy that's a fired every 3-year guy and has to try to rebuild a new organization and goes from the Cardinals to the Bucks, to the fucking Colts. He ain't going to do that, in my opinion. I think he has too much integrity. I think he would just say, you know what? I've had a run. I'm one of one. I got one of these. 2 of them, right? Shit.
Did he win 2 or did he go to 2?
I don't know, but he's been to 2 at least. I don't know, dog. I would think he'd leave. I say he walks in the sunset before he shops jobs and goes all over the place. So
could you see him coaching in college or not?
No.
Yeah, I feel like Tom is he's still pretty young though. It's hard to see him like.
Yeah, so he looked young. I think he's like 56.
I mean, that's young in coaching though. I mean, fucking Andy Reid and fucking how old is Pete Carroll out there chewing that gum? 80 years old, boy.
He's 51.
That's your age. That's what I'm saying. He's still young, man. You got. That's why I don't think he will retire. Yeah, your age, motherfucker. You what? You
47, motherfucker.
Your age. That's your window.
So you're 4 years on me.
Y'all was at high school at the same time. You was a freshman. He was a senior. Fuck you mean? Y'all was on the same team.
I can't even say nothing to that.
Exactly.
I think he already graduated.
I ate Maljo ass. Can you have a comeback?
I don't know. Do we have the Pickens play? Do we have the Pickens play that he was? I mean, that's just bitch made. Let's just be honest. That's bitch made. That ain't. Then he jumps over a guy like a bitch. Like, that's bitch made, homie. I'm sorry. This game was meant to. You play for your brother. You play for your team. Come on, homie. Get him out. Get him out. That shit to me is a disgrace for the game.
Let me be devil's advocate real quick. Not on the first play in the red zone, but like that last play, for example. Like, you've been a coach for a long time. I'm sure you watch tape and whatever, and there's certain plays where this receiver will have zero impact on this play. Maybe it's an outside toss to the opposite side, receivers on the backside. Yeah, he's supposed to technically by the book. You want him to go out there and give, block and give big effort. But like realistically, this guy has zero, I guess, effect on his actual play. Is that something? Is it for you as a coach? Is it more so just teaching and practicing good habits regardless of the play itself, or like how are you coaching that up? I guess is my question.
Well, I don't.
This play, the first play, he actually impacts this play. He could have blocked it, and it would have.
He affects every play. He affects every play that I've seen him walk right here. That's Deontay. So keep going. This is another play, right? This play right here is fully affected.
All right, like this play right here.
Fully affected right here. Let's see. So when that is the effort, then I don't got to play him, and now I'm another hat to the box that I can't block. That's an issue. That is a full-on issue. Now, what you do is you tell your guys that we knew weren't physical, but we're going to run them off every single snap. You're going to go full speed, and you're going to man run him off. You're going to run him off because it's going to take a guy out of there. We don't want to – I don't need you to sit there and stock block a guy. That's not – so I would use my guy's strengths and not weaknesses. So gotcha. I'm going to run him off. And that's what you're going to do every time in the run game then. You don't want to block and you don't want to get in the mix. And I know you can't block. And I need you because you're my most explosive guy. Run them off every play. So we'll fake it. That's why I rotated wideouts too. But we're going to run you off. Right there, he could have easily ran a fade in the red zone.
Yeah.
He could have easily ran a fade right there. And now the corner is always peeking. He's going to get another one into the run box fit. We can't block him. Now we can't even fake run play action because your bitch ass is jogging every play. So it directly affects the game. So, and not only that, it's just a bad look, right? It's a bad look. So it's zero effort. All the rest of the team has to be looking at you like, what? And then if you're allowing him to go back out there, now the rest of the team thinks they could do it too. Dog, we're a see and do organism. Like, that's what we are. We're a single-cell organism that sees something and we'll do it. We'll follow. We're quick to follow someone else. before leading someone else. We're more apt to follow somebody than to lead somebody. That's just nature. That's why cream rises to the top, everything else sinks. And there's why there's leaders and CEOs, and then that's why there are subordinates and Indians, and then there's chiefs and captains. There's very few chiefs and captains. And there's a reason for that. We follow more than we lead. And everyone else is going to start doing it. That's why we have the TJ Watt tweet. That's why the Steelers may have lost the locker room. That is why, because the league is getting younger, contrary to belief, the league is getting younger. And younger cats that are coming up have gone through what? Transfer for high schools.
Yep.
Transfer portal. NIL. I. Give me. I deserve this. I want that. Even though I haven't done this. Even though I haven't earned this. Now you put him in the NFL, homie. Bingo, says his name-o. That's what you got.